see the cushion softening. Am I the same height?
应该是对啊，眼睛对眼睛。
Yeah. Okay. This is the NG part. Okay. So ready? We're back.
Yes, we are
Yes.
back.
Who is back? This is
Kenneth, and this is
Audio.
Yes.
Welcome to our next series of Land Your Next Home. One more time, okay? To your next series of Land Your Next Home. So what is this Land Your Next Home about? If you remember from the last episode that we spoke about, quite a lot of things. We spoke about what did we talk about? Raining, right? Talk about raining, water seepages, right. What to look out for, and what else? Cannot remember last week. Just go and view the last video. But the last thing that we talked about was, remember, we discussed about the topic of if we have a tree inside our house, right? And the tree happens to be out to the road, then actually whose responsibility to take care of the tree? The root is in our house, but it has overbearing leaves or maybe mango tree fruits that looks out to the road itself. Whose liability or responsibility is that to take care?
The liability of the trees will belong to us, but the trees belong to NParks itself. We should take care of the trees, but the trees belong to NParks. So don't ever try to poison the trees and hear someone say that feed worms to eat. Let it die.
Really?
Yes.
No, I tell you, my daughter loves plants. She take care of the plants. She says the plants, if you sing song and you talk to them, they grow very well. Oh, she'll be very sad. But why do people want to do that? I mean, they cannot just chop off the tree like that from their land?
Correct. No, cannot. Because all the trees belong to NParks. So a lot of people will try to give you this type of advice to poison the trees and deal with the trees, which is not advisable. Because once you are being caught, right, NParks have the rights to sue you in court.
Wow. Hey, take notes. If you have a tree inside your house, there are regulations that are regulated by the bodies to make sure that you preserve and maintain the tree. Right. But are there legal ways to go about, let's say I really don't want the tree, I want to level my landscape. What are proper ways to do it?
Yeah, of course. You can get a proper people who know about the trees, who come into the tree and assess the trees, see whether the trees are healthy or things like that. So they'll give you a proper assessment. Then they'll help you to talk to NParks to say that whether the trees are feasible to remove and all these things.
Because sometimes the trees, they have overbearing roots that can cause the kind of obstacle or hazard. When children are running around, they can trip or fall, or maybe it is also overbearing the roots that's actually eating into the structure itself. So there are exceptional cases, but important you get the right bodies to access a tree before you just take your penknife to go and cut. That's not possible. But what is, apart from all these trees, but what about the house itself inside? I know there are some houses, they have very interesting furniture lofts inside the house. Can you explain more about what is this? What's furniture loft about, and what is a loft, what's a decking about inside the house?
Actually furniture loft are constituted by BCA to talk to developers, say that they are only allowed to build a 5 square meter area developer to build to consumer itself. So, but as an owner of the landed house, right, if you are building your own furniture, right, there's almost no restriction for you as an owner to build your own furniture.
How do I go about what is proper, what is not? Correct.
So in order to build your own furniture, right, you must make sure that the furniture deemed as a furniture in your house. So what is a furniture? Furniture means that the object has to stay on the ground.
Stay on the ground.
It must not be cantilevered and tied to any of the structure of the property. If not, one of them collapse, right, you'll pull the structure down together.
Wow.
Which is very dangerous. So as a furniture, it should be a proper furniture in your house, like a double-decker bed, which is allowed in all houses.
Well, what if I can, let's say, I know there are some roofs, right, on the carport that extends all the way out, and some of them, I realize they make it, enclose it and make it into a room. Some of them even make it as a gym, with heavy weights that is there. Do you think that is structurally safe?
Yeah, so if you make it to a gym, right, gym of course is a furniture, they are normally safe, but too much of them will have to see how much of the material you install it over there. So there will be expert to tell you that whether these are allowed and all these things. So you contact us, we will tell you that how much is too much.
How much is too much? We'll take a weighing scale and we'll weigh what is allowable. Because these are all very important structural requirements. You imagine this roof that actually does not have any support. And some of the owners take the creative liberty to just enclose it. For own use is fine. But they start to have heavy weights machine, some of them, dumbbells and kind of stuff. And also, I recognize when you drive into the car porch, some of them, they have this center beam in the center, right?
Correct.
And creatively, they remove it. Actually, is it allowable?
Okay, as long as structurally it's sound, right? For example, when we use a tension beam from the top to pull back the tension
beam.
of the rooftop to pull it back the weight from falling down, right? Or we can use a truss from below to actually support
Oh, the truss
whole thing.
beam.
Correct, truss beam to support it. It should be relatively safe, but all this have to be done by professional engineer to calculate the weight to make sure that no one will be suffering under the collapse of the building.
Yeah, it's important because right now the liability of the whole house itself, we do not have an MCST that governs.
Correct.
Although BCA do set rules and regulation how you go about to building it, we also need to have the credibility of professional QP or professional engineers to verify the structural safety.
Correct.
And of course, a lot of people like to remove that center beam. I mean, no, I'm not sexist, but I know a lot of lady drivers usually prefer not to have the stress of the beam in the center. Does this really add value if you remove the beam to make the frontage wider?
Yeah, of course. Without the beam, right, you can flexibly park more cars into the area. More cars actually, a lot of buyers in the houses of landed, right, they drive more than 1 or 2 cars, maybe 3 or 4 cars. So it will help a lot in the value.
3 or 4 car valet. They run a valet company. Most of your.
Yeah, they are very, very rich. Yeah. So taking up the columns in the middle will allow more cars to be parked inside the area.
Oh, but what about, okay, let's say what about I want to build a swimming pool. Let's say I have a semi-D or corner terrace. Oh, there's good landscape by the side, proper setback. Can I just build a pool like that? Or what are some features that we need to take note of when we're trying to install a swimming pool?
Correct. When we install a swimming pool, right, common things happens to landed, right, most likely is the sewer inside the condo area.
Sewer, this is an interesting topic.
Correct.
Share with me more?
Correct. So sewer normally comes in 2 parts, which is called the manhole, which is the public sewer, and also the inspection chamber, which is the internal sewer.
Okay, so the public sewer and the inspection chamber.
Right.
So what is the difference between these two?
Okay, so the public sewer means that it's governed by the public. Normally it will go deeper, much
Usually
deeper.
it's behind, right?
Correct.
Public sewer is behind, that links together with the neighbors.
Correct.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
What else?
So they are much deeper, so that in order to alter them, right, they'll cost much more.
Oh.
The inspection chamber, which is ours, right? So it start from our WC or all these things, so it's much shallower. So it's alter them will be much cheaper to maneuver it around.
I see. It's quite interesting. Once we know that so can I say that if the public, our private sewers are already inside the house, very good chance that the setback on the land that's not affected by our own private sewer, we can safely just do the swimming pool without having to reroute our private sewer?
Correct.
That's a very good idea. But what about this? For those who are doing this water sewer, is it very easy to just install a toilet on the 2nd floor or 3rd floor? Or is the partitioning of the WC very important for us to route the pipings? Any idea and experience you have on this?
Of course, because whenever the pipings come down, right, when it turns, right, it's the one that will create the chokage. So we try to minimize the amount of turns towards the area. So we try to minimize the turns. Whenever there's chokage, right, we try to avoid the whole house to be drag out to solve the chokage. So we try to place them by the side,
right.
so that they can be easily removed, or we can easily maintain the whole thing without a nuisance to the whole place.
Wow, this one is an art. I mean, I hope you guys are learning more from this video. Okay, I'm also thinking about the gates, right? I mean, is this an interesting topic that we talk about the gate also? Because we are talking about cars parking into the house. If the gate turn in, then my car inside, I kena my car. Then I turn out, should be easier. But I also heard that actually by right, you're not supposed to turn out your gate. And what is the regulation about this?
Correct. By right, you're not supposed to turn out your gates unless the turning out part is within your land. So you have to set back your gates towards the inside, then you can turn out.
Right.
But sometimes some of the land is elevated land.
Oh, elevated land, right.
So
then cannot turn in.
Correct, cannot turn in. Yeah, so you cannot turn in your gates. So that could be one of the reasons that why you want it to turn out. Then you can explain that to the authorities, see whether how receptive they are onto this thing. Yeah. So another way is to maneuver the elevated land, right? You can do the sliding.
Good idea. Yes. The sliding will provide a lot of ease. And once again, to all drivers out there, you see, I know sometimes we are hurried to get home, stomach pain when I get home. Then the gate turn, open out, so haven't opened in and we try to rush in already. It's kind of kanchong, you see. So the opening ones are easier.
Correct.
So you can just drive in with ease. There's no dispute of whether your gate is turned in or turned out. But is it cheaper to install those sliding ones than those turn in, turn out ones?
I think the price depends on the material of the gates you're building. Ken
knows
sturdy
everything.
Is the gate. How sturdy is the gate itself? Somebody some of the gates are more classy. They chrome or things like that. They do. They do
So materials are more of the material.
Correct,
but so the mechanism of it actually doesn't cost much, but more of the material. Then I can put a dragon gate. Okay, a little bit. Okay, this one is up to your own individual perspective. And also, okay, apart from the gate, I also noticed some new houses right now, their platform is after they build up, their house is being brought up. Is there a reason why they need to build up, and how many meters or requirement is that?
Correct. Okay, this is very interesting. This comes to a very past history of, when there's a town in Orchard, right, where the Orchard
Road.
Yeah, all the basements are being flooded at that time.
For those staying in Orchard, no offense, but this is a genuine topic. I mean, not only in Orchard, some low-lying areas also include Bukit Timah as well.
Correct.
They get affected. Is it by the flash flood, right?
Correct.
And the water just convert your basement into a swimming pool.
Correct.
An unintended swimming pool. So how do the authorities actually get by with that?
Yeah. So after the flash flood, right, they start to be more concerned on these things. So they start to raise the minimum platform level in our zone.
Do you mean my old house I have to raise, or only for new ones?
Correct. Only for new ones. Actually, for newer ones. So those that you intend to rebuild, so they will require you to raise it up to meet the minimum platform level. But one thing good about raising it up means that your house actually is generally higher than your neighbor.
Oh.
So when you build outright,
so I'm taller than them.
Correct. So when you build outright, means that your roof area will have a better view over the other people.
But there's this envelope control design, right? Of let's say it's a 3 meter, 3 stories landed zone. That means my 15.5 meter is from the elevation or from the ground?
Of course, it's from the elevation.
Oh, then my house is taller. Then I don't mind the taller house.
Of course.
Sounds like a pro than a challenge, no?
Correct.
Sounds good.
Correct. It's actually a very good thing. First, you protect your cars. Yes.
My precious car, of course.
Correct. Secondly, you protect your house. Then thirdly, you have a better view.
Wow, that's beautiful. So apart from that, that last week you also mentioned a very interesting topic about the road line, whether it is what kind of category, Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4, Cat 5 road, and how does this category of the road when you're buying a landed concern you? I think we'll just cover that in the next episode.
Correct.
With that, once again, I just want to share with you, this is Ken Ng with many years of experience working in an architectural firm and a background in architectural. Very solid, very experienced guy, handled properties more than 200 over million developments. Of course, say something about me.
Yeah, this Patio, he is very experienced in landed, and the experienced landed trader itself. He has more than 80 years in the industry, and plus he has also co-developed some of the landed with developer around this area.
Thank you very much. So with that, I will see you all for the next podcast. My name is Ken. No, I'm Paul. He is Ken. This is our land your next home. See you. Okay, good. Not bad, 我们还蛮自然的哈。
Okay,